We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey Star Wars fans and action figure collectors, welcome back to another Black Series figure review. We've got Sebulba from the Phantom Menace. This guy's jumping the queue. I did have another figure review slated for release today, but that one can hold on. That one can hold on a little bit longer. Just another day. Yeah, I've been eagerly awaiting this absolute beauty. Wow. This is... Even just looking at him in the packaging, I feel like this is going to be an easy top 5 of this year. It won't be long, and we'll be trying to pick out my top 5 so far for the first 6 months of the year. And yeah, we've got some good figures this year in the Black Series so far. But yeah, what this figure does for the line is, in terms of, tooling and everything that goes into making these figures, this certainly opens up a door for a lot of other wonderful, exciting characters. And I hope that's the case. I really do. Sebulba's been on many people's wish lists for a number of years. Watto is another one that I'd love to see. Just thinking of Phantom Menace alone. But yeah, Sebulba, what a cool looking figure. I can't wait to open it up. He's number 6. Picture of him on the side there. A good counterpart for the Anakin figure. Says there on the back, a crafty, vicious Doug, Sebulba became one of the Outer Rim's most successful pod racers, aggressive, arrogant, and not above cheating to win a race. He's the ultimate bad guy, but not out of evil. He's just a slimy bad dude. But let's get into it and crack this bad boy open. All right, here is Sebulba out of the packaging, and just first impressions. Yeah, I'm pretty much blown away by this guy. He is absolutely unreal. We'll get a close-up look at him as we go along. But accessory-wise, he comes with the little frog alien monster, and I know that we are going to be great friends. Look at him. Look at his little face. That is cool. He's got his little hook legs. Does this mean we get a Gragra? Oh, whoopee. Get some more hanging frogs, frog monsters, aliens, whatever this is meant to be. It's like Kermit the Frog mixed with Stewie Griffin. I don't know what else to say about that. And then we get his pod racer helmet and goggles, which is pretty damn cool. Yeah, nicely sculpted as that sort of leather look. Nice clear lenses, which is great. They're actually individual pieces, so it's not sort of painted over clear plastic. So you get those eye lenses that are just nice and clean. But yeah, we'll put that on Sebulba shortly. It's gonna be a bit of a debate as to how I display him, whether it's with or without. But based on what we're getting here, it may be with, without. Sorry. So yeah, just gonna zoom in on that head sculpt a little bit so we can get a good close-up look at it. That is phenomenal work. From the little dangly jowl bits there, the sort of tendrils hanging down. He's got the beads and stuff wrapped around it. His eyeballs, he's got little pluses for pupils, little crosses. Don't know if I ever noticed that about Sebulba in the past, but I love the look of his face. And, the paintwork on him is just exceptional. To be honest, it's there's slight sort of purple and red colouring on the top of his head. Sort of purpley, sort of running down the back of his neck there, and that sort of zebra pattern, not zebra, leopard, not leopard, whatever. Mottled sort of skin. Well, that sort of runs down his legs there. The sort of purple on the top and sort of fleshy tones on the underneath. Got his arms or legs, whatever way you want to do it. It's my friend Mr. McGregor with legs for an arm and arms for a leg. Quote Dr. Nick Riviera from The Simpsons. So yeah, just again, it's the engineering that goes into this to make sure the arms are counterweighted, and you know, it takes a little bit of work to get that balance. But as you saw it early in the video, I did have it there, so it's just working that out. But for whatever reason, you know, I'm just, now that I'm recording it, struggling, but of course. But if you do have issues, there we go, we got him. Just got to get the right angle, get those feet splayed open. But when in doubt, Hasbro's given us peg holes in his middle toe, and I've got here a KR stand. And look at that. I'd almost be tempted to put 2 on there, but you know, if you just want to get him standing, that's a nice balance. Yeah, it just provides that extra little bit of support for the figure, which is great. Yeah, these stands come with 3 different peg sizes and the option of taking that little arch out and plugging it in, so you got those bigger feet that can sort of wedge under it a little bit. So good stands. I'd really rate them. They've saved me a lot of stress with some of my figures now. This is straying away from blue tack. But yeah, it's again, it comes down to the engineering, the ingenuity, the weight of the plastic. You know, all those things have to come into play here with this figure just to get that right. You know, one sort of false, you know, whether the plastic in the legs is too heavy, he tips forward, it's not going to work. But what Hasbro's done here is just fantastic. So go through the articulation as I discover it myself. You've got the double ball joint in the head, so there's a separate bar joint in there, so you can get a little bit of sideways head action. And then there is a ball and socket at the bottom of the neck there, so you get a good range of movement there as well. Ball hinges in the, we're going to call them shoulders. They're still kind of shouldery. The elbows, there's a ball hinge there. Ball hinges in the, ball and socket in the feet. We're going to call them feet. It's a ball and socket, so there's no hinge there. That's all right. So you get a little nice range of movement there. That's just good. Ball and socket there at the hips. We've got ball hinges there at the top knee. Ball hinges there at the bottom knee. Ball hinges there at the wrists. And there's swivel in there as well, so you can get the hands to a little bit tight at the moment. May need a little bit of heat just to warm that up. But this is one thing I've always wanted to try on a super articulated Sebulba. I want to see what he looks like as a human, or humanoid. I wonder if anyone's going to be game enough to do a joint swap and put the feet down there and the hands up, just to make him a more humanoid Sebulba. But no, this is just a remarkable figure. Really, really thrilled to have this one in the collection now. It's going to be a tough one to knock out of the top 5. I'm going to play with him a little bit and get that balance happen again. It's a little bit forward heavy, but you know what? It works. I've proved that already, I think. Get him on a stand. It's all hunky-dory. Let's try and fit the hat on him. Get those sort of goggles over the front. There we go. Yeah, fits nicely. Sits well. You got the eyes nice and clear. Looks pretty good. I think I'm going to be displaying him like this though, because that head sculpt it's just far too good. I'm always a sucker for the strange, the weird, the wonderful, the aliens. So there we have him. Sebulba, long last, with us in the Black Series. Fantastic. Let's see if he'll hold on to this frog. Oh, I'm sure he will. What an absolutely unreal figure. Really, really impressed with this. Love to hear your thoughts, folks. Drop a comment down below. All over, just great sculpting. Even the silver on his belt there, the way it's sort of hanging down, or the quote-unquote loincloth, or whatever you want to call it. All the straps and the leather look to his outfit. Fantastic. And like I said, I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at Sebulba. And I couldn't help myself but to get him to skip the queue. Get him to the top of my list of figures to review. The onslaught has begun. But yeah, he's absolutely unreal. Very, very impressed. Alright folks, thank you very much for watching. Be back with some more reviews coming up very, very soon. Hope you can stick around and enjoy them. If you're new to the channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and all the cool stuff that you've got to do on YouTube to, you know, make me feel like I'm a better person. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. Till the next video, may the force be with you always.